And then the last game of the night, the best game. Was this the best game of last night, the Sunday Night Football game? No, not even close. That end of the second quarter. What the heck is that? All those turnovers. Going back. I don't want the ball. You get the ball. I don't want the ball. You get the ball. I don't want to score before halftime. You score before halftime. We don't want to score. So the Browns lose 16-10 over the Ravens, and nothing looked good in this game. Both quarterbacks looked like absolute garbage, unfortunately. Browns losing again out here, unfortunate. Kevin Stefanski not able to scheme and beat this Ravens team again. 0-3 for Kevin Stefanski against the Ravens. Not a great look for him, but he can turn it around. Bye this week for the Browns. Ravens the following week, so hopefully he learned a little something out here. Just nothing good. Lackluster scoring all throughout. Field goal in the first quarter by the Falcons. That was it. We had a field goal by the Falcons in the second quarter and a field goal by the Browns in the second quarter here. But then, like I said, all these interceptions. Look at this drive chart in the second quarter, folks. Field goal by the Ravens. Fumble by the Browns. Interception by the Ravens. Field goal by the Browns. Interception by the Ravens. Fumble by the Browns. Interception by the Ravens. Punt by the Browns. End of half. That's all in the second quarter, folks. All those turnovers, wonkiness ensues. Let's start here with the Browns. Baker Mayfield goes 18 of 37. Not great completion percentage. We got officially 48%. Truly unacceptable. If you ever throw below 50, you should be thrown out of the league. And if you throw 50, you should not be playing anyway. So, not great there by Baker Mayfield. He did have 247 yards and 18 completions. We'll give him that. 1 touchdown, no interceptions. He fumbled. He did fumble and lost it here. Was it this first one? Direct snap to Jarvis Landry. First fumble was by Jarvis Landry. That led into the interception. Second fumble was by Baker Mayfield. That led to the interception. So luckily for Baker Mayfield and Jarvis Landry, none of their fumbles resulted into any points by the Ravens because they gave the ball right back to the Browns. All right, rushing game here got absolutely locked up. Kareem Hunt, first game back, shout out to him, but he only had 7 rushes for 20 yards. Nick Chubb had 8 rushes for 16 yards, so running back by committee truly got locked up all day yesterday. And then who was Baker Mayfield throwing the ball to? He had Jarvis Landry, leading receiver, 6 catches for 111 yards. Harrison Bryant, 3 catches, 50 yards. David Njoku, 3 catches, 35 yards, a touchdown. Nick Chubb, 2 catches, 23 yards. Jamarcus Bradley, 2 catches, 18 yards. Donovan Peoples-Jones, 2 catches for 10 yards. Not enough to get it done. And then for the Ravens, Lamar Jackson didn't look great either. He went 20 of 35. Let's see, I think that's 55%. If that's quick math is right, 20 of 32. 62%. I think I did 35. It was 32 actually. But 20 of 32, 62%. Solid. I'll give it to him. 165 yards, a little bit of dink and dunk on 20 completions. 1 touchdown. But are you all ready for this? 4 interceptions. And what did the Browns do on all those interceptions? Well, let's find out. First interception resulted into 3 points. Second interception resulted into a fumble. Third interception resulted into a punt. Fourth interception resulted into a punt. I mean, you only score 3 points on 4 interceptions. That is why you lose the game. Make your opponent pay for the interceptions. Now, granted, I don't think they had any great field position on any of these fumbles. First fumble, Cleveland started at their own 47-yard line. That's when they got the 3 points. Second interception, the Browns started at the 28-yard line. That was absolutely unexcusable right there. Third interception, they started at their own 33, and the fourth interception, they started at their own 13-yard line. So not really that many easy opportunities. There was one, and they didn't take advantage, and they lost by 6. That would have been it right there, maybe for the most part. So gotta make your opponent pay for the interceptions, or they win the Super Bowl, a la Tom Brady last year, NFC Championship Game 3, interceptions. Aaron Rodgers only cashed in 1. That's why they lost. Alrighty. So nothing great by Lamar Jackson. He was the leading rusher, 17 rushes for 68 yards. Devontae Freeman, 16 rushes for 52 yards. Latavius Murray, 8 rushes for 14 yards. And then who was Lamar Jackson throwing the ball to? We have the usual suspects at the top. Mark Andrews, 4 catches, 65 yards and a touchdown. Marquise Brown, 8 catches, 51 yards. Rashad Bateman, 4 catches and 31 yards. And that was really it. So Ravens escape with a win out here. Browns had a chance, a minute and 10, down 6 points, and Baker Mayfield can only get the ball to the 25-yard line before his own 25-yard line because we get pass incomplete, pass incomplete, pass incomplete. That's their last drive right there. So Baker Mayfield's not looking good. He's banged up. He's a little injured, but he's still out there. Case Keenum is not anybody solid that you can kind of consistently win games with. So you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. You play Baker Mayfield to get a lackluster, injured, banged up quarterback out there. If you go with I just lost his name. If you go with Case Keenum, you get a backup quarterback that's not looking anything great. So you probably don't win with him either. So it's a bad position to be in for the Browns. And then we get another Browns player's dad taking to social media to criticize Baker Mayfield. He says this: now I'm getting people on my Facebook saying I'm being like OBJ daddy, and I'm not. I'm stating facts on football. And what we see here, and what we see, he's limping. He's scared to throw the ball, and they know he's hurt. They're going to keep listening. But if people don't like what I'm saying, unfriend me. I'm not jeopardizing nothing. I got a right to speak. I ain't posting no videos. Have a good day. Go Browns, hopefully. So once again, this is Kareem Hunt's dad. So we had OBJ's dad speak out and post a video. Kareem Hunt's dad saying, hey, this man's not getting it done. And they do have, they do have some validity in what they're saying. Baker Mayfield's not looking as good as he was last season. So once again, these quarterbacks doing great last season during the pandemic year. No fans in the crowd. No crowd noise. We had Josh Allen play almost perfect. We had Baker Mayfield play pretty good. And now both of those quarterbacks are kind of floundering compared to what they did last year. So, one good season and one bad season doesn't mean you're a good quarterback. Doesn't really mean you're a bad quarterback, but it's not anything good going for you. So Baker Mayfield, oh man, we've gave him all the benefit of the doubt here. But yeah, I mean, him banged up is not anything good, folks. It's truly looking borderline garbage. It's almost looking borderline garbage. Not quite there yet of truly garbage, but it's a tough position to be in. Kevin Stefanski, though, he's staying double down on Baker Mayfield, and I think that's the right decision. Baker Mayfield's your guy. He does. Baker Mayfield seems like the guy that may have a little bit of trust issues, where if you kind of, go against him once, you're not going to earn his trust back. That's the sense I get from the guy. And what he's gone through in this Browns organization before Kevin Stefanski got there. I think if Kevin Stefanski actively benches Baker Mayfield, I think Baker Mayfield is going to be lost, and then you have to move off of him at that point. But Browns coach Kevin Stefanski has no plans to bench quarterback Baker Mayfield, saying, quote, why would we do that? And I think he has some validity in what he's saying there. Yeah, why? For Case Keenum? Okay. If he wins us a couple of games, we're a first-round exit in the playoffs. He's not our guy moving forward, and we're just going to hurt the overall I don't want to say feelings of Baker Mayfield, because that just kind of says that he's like a weak person. He's not, but it does. Everybody is affected by everything, whether you kind of display it outward or not. That's a different story. But I do think it would hurt the overall ego and confidence of Baker Mayfield, and I don't think that's something you can jeopardize at this point. We're still trying to figure out if he's the guy or not, and obviously that's never a great discussion. What are we, year 4 with Baker Mayfield, and we're still learning to see if he's the guy or not. So it's just a real tough predicament to be in here. I'll believe in whatever Kevin Stefanski does, because he hasn't really steered us wrong thus far. Jarvis Landry is not like a number 1 wide receiver on a team. He's a nice kind of like crossing guy, a little bit of a gadget guy, but he's not a north and south great wide receiver. Donovan Peoples-Jones really isn't either. So I do think, not having these great A1 tier 1 weapons are hurting Baker Mayfield a little bit. You had OBJ, but he's not really panning out in LA either. So I'm not going to make really any firm decisions on Baker Mayfield until this season's over. It's tough really to figure it out. Is it the other injuries affecting him, or is he just being bad because he's bad? But here we go. Kevin Stefanski says, quote, no, let me ask you a question. Why would we do that? We're not doing that. So all in on Baker Mayfield, and I think that's the right choice. Real tough decision right here. But the Ravens get the win, 16-10. They're top of the AFC. If they lost, it would have been the Patriots, the number 1 seed. But the Ravens hold out with the win, and that's what makes Lamar Jackson so special. Yes, he throws those awful interceptions, but man, oh man, he is electric on the field, and he will always get it done, usually at the end of the day here. So Ravens get the win, 16-10. Don't know what the hell to do with the Browns. Ravens throw 4 interceptions. They win the game. Crazy.